Hello everyone! So today is Sunday, which means we are going to talk about the stocks that I find most interesting for this week and for tomorrow when the markets open. We are going to talk about 4 stocks. Today's video is a bit strange because most of those companies are not companies that at least I saw a lot of people talking about lately. So there are a lot of things to cover, so let's get to it. Before that, as I always say, I am not a professional investor or financial advisor. I'm actually CEO of a gaming company who's really into investing. So I opened this channel to make this more fun, build a community which we can learn from each other, and so far this is going great. So let's jump into it. The first weird stock I want to talk about is NNOX, Nano-X Imaging, and they are an Israeli startup company that basically are trying to improve medical imaging and x-rays and stuff like that. They have a system which they believe is better and more, cost efficient. They are trying to improve all that. Now, usually that's not a sector I'm interested in just because I don't know enough about any of this, as I imagine most people are. But in this case, there is something pretty interesting from the pure financial point of view, and that's that they got their first FDA clearance, and that's actually even less interesting than when it happened. It happened on April 2nd, 12:25 p.m., which means the markets were closed back then. Now, this is important because of this paragraph. The clearance also gives some more clout to the company's claims. A number of sources criticized the legitimacy of Nano-X technologies and methods. After those reports, the company's stock price took a tumble of 60%. And from back when that happened, we have an article saying Nano-X stock falters after investors report call its business a complete farce. I hope I'm pronouncing this correctly. Sometimes I run into words I don't know in English. That's fine. But basically what happened is that people called out this company saying that, that it's misleading and the technology is not valid. Their stock went really down, as you can see, from its highs, 53%. And now they got this FDA clearance, which again happened when the market was closed. So what I'm actually thinking about doing, and this is a huge risk, but me personally, I definitely won't hold this for the long run because I don't know enough about the company, but I'm thinking to buying it right as fast as I can tomorrow, wait a day or two. Hopefully this will go up because of this FDA clearance and the fact that it just fell so much because of people were doubting the technology. Now this is like an indication that it might be working from the FDA, so the stock should go up, and then I'm gonna sell it pretty quickly. At least that's my thought on this company. And by the way, analysts, although it's not a lot, it's just one, but the one analyst that we have on TipRanks says that this stock, he's valuing it at 67, which is pretty impressive given the fact that it's 41 now, so 62% upside, and a lot of it I think we can see tomorrow, but we'll see how it goes. Second stock, NIO. A lot of people talked about it. I talked about it in my other videos. I think we're close to the lows we're ever gonna see on this. I think 37 is the lowest we're gonna see. I think the EV correction, crash, whatever, is over, and I think that's one of the most interesting recovery plays. This is not a weird stock at all. Again, TipRanks has 10 analysts putting it at an average of 62.9, so 58.7% upside. Pretty good for a pretty solid stock. Still EVs, pretty risky compared to Microsoft, but big company doing well, has good reports lately, beat its expectation of deliveries just a few days ago, like Tesla. Either this or Tesla, both seem to be great holds for now. The next 2 stocks are weird. Again, one of them is LifeMD, LFMD ticker symbol. and they are again kind of hard to explain. So I'll just read from their website. We believe in a direct-to-patient approach to healthcare. We're elevating the healthcare experience through telehealth and provide our patients a transparent, convenient, and cost-effective platform to access the quality medical care. As far as I understand it, basically it's an online pharmacy system, platform. This is an interesting stock because if you would look about a month or two ago, a lot of people were talking about it, and it was a pretty high. It was at its 30s, and just a month ago it was at 21.33. Now it's in 17.26, and I don't see anything that happened other than like anything bad that happened to the company other than this like market correction that happened the past 2 weeks that weren't fun for anyone. Also, when I'm looking at the recent news, they are great. Their report for Q4, which were released March 29th, revenue up 227% to a record of 12.9 million, full year up 199% to 37.3 million. A pretty great report from everything I can see, beat expectations, looking great, and I don't see this being translated to the stock price yet. Like we have this like small up here, well 10%, it's not that small, but given the results I think it should be higher. And here he talks about like analysts, upping their valuation of this to, well, not valuation, their expectancy to $37.5. And at the moment, 17.26. That's crazy. And in ThinkPranks, we do see 37.5 by two analysts, 117.2% upside. That's a lot, and this is a company that is already stable, already making money, beating its expectations. And I have to admit, and this is why I'm saying those stocks are a bit weird today, I don't know anything about this sector, which makes me nervous, because usually the company I invest in, and I always tell people that it's better to invest into companies that you understand their business and why you're investing. In this case, however, purely from financial perspectives, it's looking interesting. And I think I'm gonna go with this one and get it, if I'm honest. And it might be stupid of me because, again, I don't know enough about the company, but I understand what they're trying to do. It sounds cool, and all the numbers and news are great. I wouldn't take it as an advice because I'm not a financial advisor, but definitely interesting, and I think I'm going in this one tomorrow or sometime this week. The last stock I want to talk about is TYME. Again, same story, a lot of hype about this about a month, 2 months, 3 months ago, and not a lot since then. Been going down over the past quite a few months, minus 42%, which is a lot. Like they went from 3.26 to 187 now. So they are a cancer treatment company, and basically what they're doing is they're targeting the source of cancer and attacking only that. Now, again, I'm not from the medical side of the world, so I actually know there are a lot of companies doing that just because I'm interested in stuff. So they're definitely not the only company doing this, but this whole sector is kind of interesting and also hopefully helps humanity a lot. And analysts wise, again, this is one of those cases where 4 analysts put it at 15.75, which is 127% upside. That's a lot, and it's the same on other platforms. Like I use Interactive Brokers. I know this is not a great argument to go into a stock because analysts say so. They get it wrong a lot, But in this case, you know, like the low is 12, so basically the low is even 100% gain from where we are now. I kind of think that I'm going to go with those two, even though, as I said before, I'm feeling bad because on one hand I admit I don't understand those companies well enough. Like when I talk about Microsoft, when I talk about even NIO, but definitely when I talk about Unity or anything gaming related, I really know what I'm talking about. In this case, it's just interesting stocks that from all the research that I did, I was convinced that this is a good time to buy those stocks. I don't usually do that. Do your own research. In this case, really do your own research. My research is not enough for you, and a lot of it is not in this video because otherwise it would be very long. But at least those are very interesting stocks. I think you should be looking for tomorrow. I know that's what I am, and again, I am buying into those too, and I will do the NNOX as an experiment. Buy it as early as I can in the pre-market and just ride it for a day or two. I think this will give me a nice profit over a few days, but we'll see. And then, like every Saturday, we can see our results at the end of the week. So let's hope for a great week, a green week, and you know, a fun tomorrow. Until tomorrow, I will ask you to subscribe if you like what I'm doing. Until then, cheers everyone.